Our birthday may have been yesterday, but the party is still going on. Tonight, we are taking a look back at the history of the blue turf at Boise State and the controversy, actually, that initially surrounded it.
Think about the summer of 1986 and watching them roll out blue carpeting on what was once a green Lyle Smith field.
Who could have imagined that would ever work? It was time to replace the old turf. I think he was about 8 years old at that time.
By the time they get the white border on and get it all painted up, I think it's going to look real nice.
I mean, it was Gene Blameyer's brainchild. So he talked to the turf company, the AstroTurf company, and said, is there a reason it has to be green? Could it be another color?
Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, this is the first time I've ever put any blue in. It's always been green.
And they go, well, nobody's ever asked us that before, but I suppose it could be. Well, I want it to be blue. And so he got that passed through Dr. John Kaiser, and they rolled out the turf, and it was a big deal because it was, man, it was great TV.
Now, the reason for the outburst from some members of the community lies here at Boise State's Lyle Smith Field, home of the orange and blue Boise State Broncos. This is also home of America's very first blue football field. The idea was the brainchild of the athletic department, who felt blue AstroTurf combined with orange jerseys would create some added publicity for the university, and it has.
Here's this just blue carpet with nothing on it at that time. It was just completely blue. And then at the press conference, they gave everybody little squares of the blue turf. I still have one.
The carpet will get its first test in front of the home crowd September 13th. And at $600,000, fans in Boise, Idaho are already saying the new blue at BSU, like it or not, is here to stay.
And then the story ended up in Sports Illustrated about the blue turf.
Sports Illustrated, for example, suggesting the school hire a design consultant, that to rid them of their color scheme.
That's exactly what Gene Blameyer wanted to happen.
It was an object of ridicule across the country from the traditionalists, but it has become so iconic.
Do you remember that first Big Sky football conference when you and I met? What Weber State coach Mike Price said when I asked him what he thought of the blue turf, and he said,
"It's really good for the league. I think I think that all the coaches should wear earrings. I think we all should play on different colored fields. I think everyone should have a beard."
He said something about ballerina dresses or something.
Yeah. He wasn't a fan. He was not a fan.
No, but too bad.
And there were other coaches that thought it gave an unfair advantage to Boise State when they wore their blue jerseys and pants on the blue. He said they become invisible.
Yeah, like Oregon doesn't when they wear all green in Autzen Stadium. Rocky Long was really the perpetrator of that when he was head coach at San Diego State. And actually, for the first couple of years, Boise State was banned from wearing all blue on the blue turf. And then when Boise State kind of went to the Big East and wanted to come back, part of the deal was we can wear whatever we want on the blue turf.
Mm-hmm. I think you'd have a civil war on your hand if anybody came in and several athletic directors since Gene, both Kurt Apsey and now Jeremiah Dickey, they recognize what that means to the fans of the Bronco football program.